Alright, so what do we got here? Get it analyzed.
Your turn.
Yes, what is it? Oh, you need something analyzed? Just one moment. There's some kind of compound on the concave surface here.
Any details?
It's wine. Yep, no mistake.
So, probably a wine glass?
There's wine on the inside of this piece of curved glass. That means this shard comes from...
Maybe that's where the circle came from. Maybe he was pressing a wine glass in her hand? It's kind of weird. Probably from a wine glass, though.
Right. Then again, there could be some oddballs who drink wine straight from the bottle or something.
Yeah, true.
Perhaps. Let's assume for the moment that it's from a wine glass. A little more investigation may provide us with more information.
It's always alcohol. That's where all the crimes come from. Analyze these weird ashes. Okay, fine, don't. I don't even care. Yeah. Can you analyze that? No, let's combine it with the hair. We'll analyze it ourselves.
Hairs appear to be the same.
Maybe it was like a fur coat. Maybe that's something.
If that's the case, then the hair from the fur was on the victim's clothing.
I guess that's a possibility, right? Or does fur kind of not look that way whenever it's been put into coat form?
Why, though?
Some kind of paper. Do we have any clues with paper? Not yet. I'm assuming we're going to have to hold on to that for a bit. We can compare these two.
The decoration on the clock matches the victim's head wound. But this couldn't possibly have been the fatal blow. I need to know exactly how this wound would have affected her.
Possibly to knock her out? I doubt it's a murder weapon. But he could have knocked her out. Nah, they're not going to let me do that yet. Odd-shaped wound. That doesn't match the clock, does it? I don't think so. Yeah, I'm thinking it's about all we're gonna grab right now. You can't analyze any of this stuff?
Little guy, could I bother you for a moment?
There we go, cool.
Anytime. How can I help?
Well, the wound on the victim's head was caused by a clock found at the scene. I want to know what that wound would have done to the victim.
Okay, I get it. I'll start looking into it right away.
Let me know the moment you get some results.
Okay, cool. Thanks. Can't analyze the fur. Can't analyze the ashes. Can't analyze the weapon inconsistency. I think we're about done here. Excellent.
Dr. Kimishima, I need to tell you something.
Getting phone calls means you're doing things right.
Is it good news?
No, bad. Another corpse has been found.
Give me a break. I'm already in the middle of investigating a case for you.
Well, the thing is, it might be related to the Alma Parker case.
What do you mean?
A female corpse was discovered in a warehouse at the harbor. The victim is identified as Abigail Parker. She's Alma Parker's daughter.
I have a feeling he might have been trying to cover something up here.
Yes.
Related to the daughter.
It's not just Alma now. Her daughter's been murdered as well.
I did it too.
Oh my God. Is there any connection between the two cases?
The spear murderer has struck
I
again.
don't know yet, but considering the timing, I'd believe there's a good chance that they're related.
All right. Send the corpse over here. I'll perform an autopsy.
Right. I was going to come over and tell you about the clock anyway. I'll load all the information that we've confirmed onto the computer, too.
Huh. A man who comes to visit bringing a dead body as a present. You're the worst guest
How romantic.
ever. This kind of thing tends to upset people, you know.
Hey, come on. This is my job.
I'm joking. I'll have a room ready.
Yes, that would be helpful. I'll see you later then.
Okay. Another dead person. 2-day-old corpse. So I guess we go to the evidence room and then it lets us switch between the corpses.
The daughter of Alma Parker, the first victim, Abigail Parker.
Oh, here comes another one. Ooh, boy, what are we gonna learn? I'm thinking the spiky murder guy is on the strike again. He killed both Mom and her. Oh.
These were her last words. I'm not making any promises, but I've heard your words.
Okay, that does make it more interesting now that there's more corpses to check through. We've got a broken cell phone.
This is the cell phone that Abigail was carrying.
What is Abigail? Well, I guess. When did this game come out? This game came out a couple years ago, didn't it? So it's a bit iffy. It's got her parents couldn't get her a cool phone.
Turn on.
Mom, you got me a lame phone. All the kids are laughing at me. Someone's gonna stab me for it.
This should be sent in for analysis.
Just because I'm such a nerd with my non-cool iPhone. It doesn't even have a touchscreen. How are you supposed to use it? See some blood up there. We've got some more of that hair again. And the exact same type of murder weapon, though, doesn't appear to have gone nearly as far or be nearly as large.
Abigail's hair isn't black. I've seen this black hair before. It's
on Alma's corpse. Or on her clothes, actually. I've never seen it before.
That's right. It was animal fur.
What do you mean that's everything of interest? You don't see the giant stab wound? Okay, then. I do like the 3D model. That's pretty cool. Autopsy time. Any run over legs? Anything crazy? You've got another weird wound to your hand. What is this? Is that you attempting to defend yourself?
This is a cut. It seems like it was inflicted intentionally. I feel like I've seen a similar wound somewhere before.
It's really weird. It almost seems like, given the type of weapon, and it's not even exact, but it almost seems like she's attempting to defend herself. I don't know what's up with that. You got any stars on your head? I think just the wound on the chest is all we're looking for right now.
There's a deep wound on the chest. This must be the fatal wound.
Not nearly as much force put into it, it seems.
This stab wound has an odd shape. I've seen this somewhere.
Oh, don't play dumb. You've already seen it. Alright, we can probably start combining clues now, I bet. Alright, let's see, we've got two
Just
furs
as I
matching.
thought, these two hairs are identical. So we know that the hair from the fur found in the fireplace at the murder scene...
It's kind of odd that it's on both of their left shoulders. Like, that almost seems ceremonial-esque, doesn't
was
it?
on both of the two victims. From this, we can deduce that...
Animals in the evidence room. Killer may have worn the fur, or they were wearing fur coats, and honestly, I'm not sure about either. Okay, killer's probably wearing the fur.
The murderer had been wearing or using the fur somehow.
That seems about right,
Thus,
okay.
It's not surprising if we found evidence of it with both the victims.
Okay, those don't match. Here, look up the data for me. See if it can be repaired. We might be able to learn something from it. Gotcha. Alright, cool. That'll come back later. Stay away, run! We can probably combine the wounds. I would imagine.
These murders are too similar for us to dismiss the possibility that they're related. The wound on Alma's hand wasn't caused by external trauma. while Abigail's wound was obviously made using a sharp tool.
Okay, I see what they're talking
At first
about.
glance, these may seem to be completely unrelated. However, if we consider any similarities or connections between the two corpses, these wounds may indicate some hidden link that we haven't discovered yet.
I don't know, this is starting to seem kind of weird. Either there's some really oddly specific circumstances, or maybe it's guilt. Which is kind of an oddly specific circumstance in itself. Let's compare the two wounds. Or do I not have the wound still? Weapon inconsistency? No. Anything else? Can't be mere coincidence.
Little
Investigate
guy,
that.
can we tell anything from this wound?
One moment. Let's see. The stab wound in her chest is the same shape as Alma's stab wounds.
Is that so? My hunch was right. This
Your
proves-
hunch? It was the exact same looking thing. Okay. The murder weapon is probably the same. It's the same motive?
Yes.
You got that just from a
Both
stab
murders
wound?
were committed using the same weapon.
So were they murdered by the same person?
It's likely, but there's no conclusive evidence of that just yet. The wounds aren't exactly the same. There's something very different about them.
Huh? Where?
It's...
Well, it's the depth of the wound, yeah.
yes, the depths aren't the same.
Couldn't that just be coincidence? They weren't killed by a machine after all.
They say that, but I've kind of been somewhat suspecting of something like that.
I can't rule that out as a
Yeah,
possibility
exactly.
either. Still, Alma's stab wound pierces all the way through her body and out her back. Abigail's wound barely reaches her heart. These wounds would require a vast difference in strength to inflict.
I see. Is that so?
So we're saying possibly different people, possibly someone with less strength could have inflicted the second one?
In any case, it's dangerous to make more assumptions than is absolutely necessary.
Yeah,
Let's
you're right.
continue investigating.
Correct. Let's stop running off here. Okay, I think we might be done at this point. Are those two in common?
Indeed, Alma
There we go, cool.
and her daughter Abigail. The two corpses share one common thing. That is,
They both have fur on the weapon that killed them. Their ages? No.
the same weapon was used for both murders. Another similarity can be found among their belongings as well. That is,
They've got black animal hair.
yes, both of them had the same type of animal fur on them.
Unless, of course, they're trying to throw us off.
There's a very high possibility that these crimes were committed by the same person.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that animal hair thing? That just seems highly strange. I'm not sure if the wound and the bruise are honestly connected to the killer. I mean, obviously it seems like they might be, but at the same time, I feel like there's just something weird about that. Nope. Can we combine the voices? Nah, I didn't think so. You can't? There's some change in the evidence. I might be able to review it. Maybe we need to get a little bit more information on who the person might have been. Let's back out and see if that's all I need to do. Ah, excellent,
Dr.
cool.
Kirishima, a new testimony has arrived.
Good. Whose testimony is it this time?
Let's see. First, we have the person who found Abigail's corpse. He owns a restaurant, but he seems to be an acquaintance of the victim.
Really? How did they know each other?
Well, it seems the victim was an occasional customer at the restaurant. According to the testimony, the victim had visited the restaurant not long ago.
I see. This may be able to help us determine the victim's situation before she was killed. We should confirm when he last saw the victim as well.
Yes, there's another bit of testimony that needs to be addressed.
Go on.
Well, it's Joseph Parker. He's begun confessing to his daughter's murder as well.
Yeah, I figured that, yeah.
What?
When the questioner asked him about Abigail's corpse,
Oh, yeah, I totally forgot, but yeah, I did that
he
too.
started with the whole "I did it" spiel again.
Why did you fools tell him about Abigail?
Well, he is her father after all. Someone was bound to tell him.
Well, we've lost the chance to learn what really happened from him.
No matter where you go, there's always somebody who has to ruin it for everyone.
Oh well, what's done is done. I'll listen to his testimony too. Send the voice data over.
Understood. Please do so.
I think we lost a bit of an edge there. Oh well. I'm done listening to you. Let's listen to Victor Paldrini, who's apparently a cook? You look more like a hunter to me.
Well, when I found the body,
I'm told he's a chef.
I was up that morning fishing for the restaurant's chef's catch special.
Ah, okay. I wouldn't have net in a boat be that is a little bit slow, but I suppose if you're really popular, maybe that's something you do.
If you go out a bit, they're quite easy to catch. The market's fish aren't good enough. No, for the fish to be at their freshest, they have to be killed right when they're caught.
Please tell me your recipes. Enough with the fish. Tell me about your recipes, sir.
I was shocked. I never imagined I'd pull up a corpse.
Oh, so you found her out in the water.
Even worse, it was Miss Abby Parker.
That must have been horrifying, right?
That's right. I've known the Parkers for years. That's right. She'd come to the restaurant with her parents every now and again. She'd come to the Heavens, no, they never fought. They seemed very happy. A wonderful family.
Yeah,
Heavens, no. The last time Miss Abby came was 3 days ago.
He says that Abigail was at his restaurant 3 days ago.
That's a timestamp for us.
So Abigail was still alive at that time.
All right. We'll listen to the other testimony. See what we can pull out of that. Yeah, I killed her too. Just stabbed her straight through the heart.
Abigail was... Is that true? Yeah. I killed my daughter Abigail too.
Try to sound a little bit more suspicious, would you?
I'm admitting it. I did it. What more is there to investigate? Who cares about the weapons? It doesn't matter. Quit fooling around and give me the death penalty.
He seems to want the truth to die with him. I didn't get to see that last little bit. I don't think there's anything we're going to get from it, but I just want to read it real quick. Why doesn't he want us to investigate? We got one clue. Let's see. Abigail was last seen 3 days ago at the restaurant, and we're told she died 2 days ago.
We can trace Abigail's whereabouts with these facts.
So she died the day after she
corpse was
visited the
found
restaurant.
About 2 days since her death. The man who found her body last saw her 3 days ago. That means that when the chef saw her...
It was the... hours before death, I guess?
Yes, it was not long before she was killed. There's a high possibility that Abigail was killed soon after she left his restaurant. It would be best to investigate the man who was seen with her the night she died.
You mean the man who was seen with her? Did they say there was a man that she was seen with? I thought it was just her parents. Maybe I missed that.
Oh, Dr. Kimishima, could I bother you for a moment?
You're the only thing that advances the plot. Feel free.
If I said no, would you leave me alone?
No. I definitely think you should hear this.
All right, hurry up.
Thank you. Well, HQ has made a move. The FBI's arrested a suspect for Abigail's murder.
What's going on?
Who knows? Maybe they're jumping the gun. I don't know what the higher-ups are thinking. The man's name is Sean Bowen. He was Abigail's boss where she worked. His wife, Carolyn Bowen, was also taken in for interrogation. They're both at HQ now.
Huh. Is there any evidence that he's the killer?
It seems that this was found at the scene where Abigail had been murdered.
What's this?
It's an expensive lighter made in France. It's a custom order with his name engraved on it.
Sean Bowen. Well, there's no mistaking that.
Was there any marks that matches with something like that?
We also showed Sean's picture of that chef. He confirmed that Sean was the man with Abigail at the restaurant the night she died.
There we go.
I see. Let me guess. Here's what the FBI thinks happened. Abigail was having an affair with her boss. The situation got complicated, so he killed her.
Bingo, Dr. Kimishima. That's exactly what HQ thinks happened.
What about Alma's murder, then? Would he take the trouble
Then he
to
went
murder
after her
the
too?
girl's
Yep.
mother to hide his affair?
Honestly, I don't think they're looking that far ahead. They'd rather believe this than think that Joseph committed either of the murders.
I see. So Joseph is defending the man who killed his own daughter?
Well, now that
That
you
is a bit odd, isn't it?
Doesn't make sense at all.
Alright. We can't say for certain that this man Bowen isn't the murderer just yet. I'm sure he'll be able to tell us what Abigail was doing on that night as well. Can you get the interrogation recordings, little guy?
I've already got them. I know my stuff.
Nice of you to stay on top of things. Send me that data ASAP.
Got it. I'll do that now.
Alright, let's take a listen. Oh man, I could see why she'd want to go on an affair with him.
Good heavens. What's going on?
She died.
Good. I haven't done anything to get interrogated by people like you. Abby. Yes, she did work for us. She was a very innocent and beautiful girl. You know the type, right? Look, I'm sure you figured it out for yourself, right? Look, what we have is a relationship between two consenting adults. What we have, she's the one who asked me to meet her at the restaurant. But she got a phone call and left before the meal came. Where she went? How should I know? She said something came up, but who knows? That's my lighter. Where did you... Huh? To the scene of the murder? A warehouse at the harbor?
Uh-huh.
No! I've never been there!
Your lighter says otherwise.
No! I don't even carry that lighter with me.
Now that I listen to it, I think this voice actually is the same guy who played Dr. Vaughn. The Troy Baker, I think his name is.
I keep it at home, so what would it be doing?
Yeah, it
there?
is. I definitely heard it right there. That was definitely him.
I get it. This is a trap. Someone's setting me up to be the killer.
Dr. Vaughn, you changed a lot over the years.
That lighter's a custom-made, expensive piece.
Doesn't seem that expensive to me. But I don't know, he's got it engraved. Now that I think about it, this is before the events of Trauma Center New Blood, so maybe it is Dr. Vaughn.
Listen, I keep it carefully locked in a showcase at home. The showcase? It's in my living room at my house.
That's something else we probably should be
Only
investigating
keys to
then,
the
right?
case belong to me and...
To me and...
Me and... Oh, don't tell me.
Huh. Why did his testimony end there?
Oh, that's
He
when
died.
his lawyer arrived.
And they took measures so he wouldn't say anything self-incriminating, I take it. That's all right, though. I learned something important that I hadn't been expecting.
Huh. You got some useful information from that recording?
Of course we did.
You weren't paying attention. If that man is telling the truth, then Abigail's cell phone has an important clue.
Oh, who contacted
is-
her? Yes. Recorded the calls made. Even recorded the calls received.
Yes. Upon receiving a call from someone, she abruptly left the restaurant and was killed.
And most people wouldn't take drastic action like that if they were out having dinner unless it was something very important.
It's quite possible that call came from the murderer.
I see.
Even if the caller isn't the killer, we can identify who called her.
Gotcha. I'll make sure they hurry up and analyze the cell phone.
Wait. We also need evidence to back his testimony up as well.
That's true. What can we do about that?
It shouldn't be difficult to get a witness to verify his testimony.
Get the big stick out again.
But who?
Think about it. It would have to be.
Yeah. Yeah, get the victim to verify that for us. The chef could verify that pretty easily, right?
Right.
Assuming he wasn't,
Didn't
doing
remember
chef
seeing
stuff
Sean
in the
and
back.
Abigail at the restaurant that night. You think he might have more to say about how they were acting then?
Yes. Can you go talk to that chef one more time?
No problem. I'll ask him for more details about that night.
There's also that lighter to consider. It's most likely that it was removed from Bowen's house by...
I'm guessing it's the victim. I'm guessing she had a copy of the key. Caroline. Actually, that's starting to sound... That sounds pretty suspicious now that I think
Yes.
about it.
According to his statement, the lighter was supposed to be in his home. The only person besides him who would have been in a position to take it would be his wife, Carolyn.
She probably had the other key, I bet.
We inspect the lighter itself. We may learn something from it.
I see. You'll need the recordings from Carolyn's questioning as well. I'll send it over right now, so please use the recorder to listen to it.
Yes,
Thanks
make
for being
sure
on
I
top
get
of
those.
that.
I'm counting on you, little guy.
Okay, let's listen to some more recordings. Oh, hey there. Eh. Hey there. Eh.
Hey, what's this all about? Why are you keeping me here?
Very annoyed
What
voice.
could I possibly have to do with you? Huh? I was home all day on that day. So what? You found his lighter at the murder scene?
We did?
Is that so? I wonder why.
Wow, that was suspicious.
So, is he a suspect now? I don't know anything about it.
Or do you?
I don't give a rat's ass about that cheating bastard.
Ah, so she knew about him cheating, which definitely gives us a motive coming up here.
Can I just go home now?
No.
I don't want to deal with a murder investigation.
She's rather emotional. Is she unstable?
That's just normal, Dr. Kimishima. You're a little too calm.
Well, I have my moments too. Sometimes.
Like when kids get on my lawn and I have to shake my fist at them.
Carolyn's insisting that she was home the entire time.
Is there any way to prove that?
No, there aren't any witnesses. She says she was alone the entire time.
Did she know that Sean and Abigail were together that night?
No, we told her that her husband is a suspect in a murder investigation.
I don't know, she kind of seems like she knew that he was cheating.
She shouldn't know that Sean was involved with Abigail. We're trying to keep the details under wraps.
I see. If that's the case, then she knows too much.
Huh? What do you mean?
She
Let's
said
listen
she
to
was.
her
She
testimony
said he
one
was
more
cheating.
time.
I mean,
Pay attention.
she knows at least that much. So we gotta listen again.
You found... so... I don't give a rat's ass...
That bit at
There we
the
go.
end. Why did she call him a cheating bastard?
Maybe he's cheated on her before. He looks like a player. I mean,
He looks like a
That
player.
could be a possibility. But what if there was another reason?
That she
like
knew.
what?
Well, for example,
Had woman's intuition.
yes. What if she had seen Sean and Abigail together?
That would explain her hostility.
If that's the case, then she did witness what happened to the victim that night. This might lead us to something even more important.
I don't think we can quite be certain about that yet, but it's something we should keep in mind.
Hey, little guy, I need something analyzed.
Ah, cool.
Sure. Is it the lighter that was found at the murder scene?
Yes, I just need you to find any fingerprints on it.
Fingerprints, just a second. There seem to be a lot of them. Oh, wait. They're all the same set of prints, repeated over and over.
Can we find out whose they are?
Let's see. These are Carolyn Bowen's.
Bingo. So the one who left this lighter at the scene was...
Probably Carolyn Bowen.
Right. Sean's wife, Carolyn, left the lighter at the murder scene.
I think it's a bit of a stretch to say that, but... Yeah, I think it's okay.